All you see on CNN is anti-Trump slogans and white supremacy. Where are those good old conservative values and the faith in God? Well, lucky there's the Orange Men Pod. Lucky there's two men who positively can do all the things that make us laugh and cry. We are the Orange Men Pod.
Oh, you want to play? You're killing me, man. All right. Oh my God. I'm out of here.
I only do it once an episode.
Yeah,
Ain't that what I said?
I didn't know it was every episode that we do.
You got something better? I'll come up with something else.
Do I have something better? I mean, I could probably do that myself. I'm just going to do this.
What?
I'm relaxing.
Okay.
What do you got, man? What do we got for tonight?
Well, I want to talk about the shit-ass, stupid, dumb-ass, ignorant, liberal media.
Okay. Let's go. Let me sit up. I'm sorry. I gotta sit back.
You can relax. It's fine.
We're good. Let's go. Stupid shit-ass, stupid liberal media. I got you.
Yeah, it's not even... remember... it used to be where you can have one opinion here and then another opinion here, and then people can have a conversation or a debate.
Yeah.
And
I got you.
Promote their ideas or explain their ideas, and and try to persuade or convince people that their way is the better way, and that's how it should be. That's America. And that's what media should. That should be the purpose of media. And I'm and I miss that, I guess.
You miss the old Walter Cronkites and.
Well, that's just like giving the news, but like. I like people like the only person I could think of who's really, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Bill Maher, but at least he has opposing views on his panel, and they get into it with each other. Yeah,
all right.
And if you're watching that, you can make a decision on, hey, I think more like that guy, or that guy thinks more like me, or, I feel more like that guy feels, or whatever. The other media channels don't do that. Fox tries, but they put more. I mean, they got rid of Juan Williams. What the hell happened to him?
I saw him on the Hannity show the other night.
Oh yeah, is he too liberal?
No, I think they try to change up and get some fresh faces. I think he was just like a guest here and there. I don't think he was like a perfect. He was.
Well, he was on the 5 a lot, and I know the 5. They always have a token liberal on there.
I don't know who they got now, because I think I caught it because my wife's been watching because of this. Gabby Pertano thing or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So she's been watching Fox News, and you got the same 3, and then like Katie Pavlich, and I think Bongino was sitting this weekend because Gutfield's down in Tennessee, Nashville or something.
But what you have is you have like and I was thinking.
It's all listen.
We got a guy like Michael Steele.
But it's all a show. It's all the same. It's all opinions, and they have people. They have writers. They have the same. You know what I mean? Like,
I know they're trying to get ratings.
When everybody's like, "Oh, Tucker was so on point tonight," it's like, "Oh, he's just giving his opinion, and somebody wrote this shit for him, and his monologue."
Yeah, but Tucker's really good. That's all good stuff.
Yeah, but he's also he's up there on the screen because of why? Because he's really good, or because he was put there?
No, he's really smart, dude.
I think he was put there.
Well, he was put there, but he earned his way. Come on, man. That's the bow tie dude. He started out from the bottom.
He's the opposition force that we listen to because he's on our side, so to speak.
No, but he gives it to you.
What's he gives us? He gives us what we want to hear. What we think we want to hear. He's telling us his story from our side.
No, it's the truth.
It's not the truth.
Well, what's he lying about?
No, I'm not saying he's lying, but nothing's true anymore, what we're watching.
Well, you got to believe in something. You can't just go pointing out and saying everything isn't true.
Well, I'm sure there's truth in the middle of what he's saying and what everybody else is saying. I mean, he's giving our perspective from what we want to hear, basically. Right or wrong?
Wrong.
It's the same thing if you're watching CNN.
Wrong. That's your perception.
When Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo are going, when you're sitting there, if you're on their side, they're going, yeah, that makes sense. But it doesn't to us because it doesn't make sense.
No, you can't look at it
It's
that
all.
way.
It's all.
It's right or wrong. It's truth or it's lie.
I'm not saying. Well,
There's no middle ground.
What I'm saying is he's put in place because he's there to watch everybody for him to watch because he's the voice of our side. But
No, he's the voice of reason.
He's just
Not the voice of our side.
He's just telling a story just like everybody else. What's he doing? Other than telling whatever news.
He's telling us exactly what's happening.
He's not telling. He's telling us what they want us to watch. That's what That's what he's telling us.
What does that even mean?
He's telling us what they want us to see every night.
What do they want us to see?
We don't even know what's going on.
Who wants us to see what?
The people that are in charge of all these major.
So the video he shows from Australia and New Zealand that no one else will show.
I'm not saying.
What is that?
What I'm saying is that there's.
Is that what they want us to see?
There's certain.
And for what purpose?
To get fired up about it, but there's certain instances.
Well, shouldn't we be fired up about it?
Maybe there's certain aspects of what he's saying that's truthful, and then on other sides he's going, yeah, well, Trump didn't win. You know what I mean? Like, where are we? What are we talking about? He's going to give us little nuggets of his truth, and in that opening monologue, everybody's like,
Trump. I hate to tell you, Trump didn't win. Joe Biden's the fucking president.
Well,
and that's what he's saying. And that's how you have to go with it. You have to move forward with that.
All right.
Trump didn't win.
What I'm saying is
we know he got fucking it got stolen from him. Everybody knows.
What I'm saying is that they have our opposition is just as much as their opposition. It's just people we're watching it because we're like, yeah, that makes sense on our side.
No.
All right.
You got to you can't look at it that way. You can't go just because I believe in that I'm going to follow somebody who says what I believe. I believe in the truth.
But how do we know that's what he's telling us?
Because I can look at two things
Yeah.
and discern what's true and what's not.
All right.
Because my emotion is completely out of it. Because I don't fucking hate everything. I don't hate everybody. I don't hate fucking Donald Trump. I don't hate Joe Biden. He's a fucking retard, but I don't hate him. I can see things with a clear head.
I mean, we said
I know what makes sense and what doesn't make sense.
But that's part of the program.
No, it's not program. You got to stop that.
It's a program.
It's not a program.
You're watching it.
Oh my God.
It's the same thing with everything.
So you're saying I'm too stupid
I'm not saying you're too
discern
stupid.
the truth.
I'm not saying you're
to discern right from wrong.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that everything we watch is programming. They want you to
left. Program.
It's the same thing. It's programming.
That's why they call it a program.
It's programming. It's television. I'm going to tell you my vision. Is that what you're saying too?
So
what I'm saying is it's not right or left. Everything's in.
I didn't say it was right or left. I said it's right or wrong.
What I'm saying, well, that's the same thing.
No, it isn't.
Because we think the left is wrong and we think our
the left
right.
isn't totally wrong. No, they're not totally wrong.
But I'm not saying all right, you're a sound-minded individual, and there's people that are just like everything's left and everything's right, everything's left, or everything's wrong and everything's correct. So, but they're trying to be like, oh, well, this is this.
This is why I play fucking fart sounds. You know that, right?
All right, well, I'm play more.
No, what do you? But well, you're making it sound like I'm not able to discern right from wrong.
I'm not saying you.
Truth.
I'm not saying you. I'm
yes,
saying there's a bunch of people that just blindly go, did you hear what Tucker said? Yeah, well, you know what? Not everything that Tucker says is perfect either. It's just what he's telling us is what we're supposed to believe in. And look, I
can watch Tucker and discern.
You can.
Everybody can.
But they're not.
Well, not everybody
That's the whole point.
But you don't know who is and who isn't.
But there's a lot of people that aren't. They're just taking. It's the same thing. That's what I'm saying. They take the same thing.
Yeah, but what are they doing with it? Let's just say they take Tucker for 100% truth. What's wrong with that?
Well, it may not be fact, but they're going when they're going out. Like I get it.
You got to give me something a little more specific.
But I don't watch it. I don't watch the show. What I'm saying is I understand that.
So you don't watch the show, but you're an expert on it.
I'm not saying I'm an expert.
Well, you got a fucking opinion.
What I'm saying is that you have three stations: MSNBC, CNN, and Fox News. There's one channel that's spitting out the narrative of our side,
It's
regardless of who the person is on the show.
No.
I'm not saying Tucker. Hannity's probably just as
No,
dirty.
I think your premise
probably-
is wrong.
All right.
Your premise is wrong.
Then I'm wrong.
They're not spewing out anything of our side.
No, they're spewing out what we want to hear.
No, they're
And
not.
okay, you could discern it, but there's people that are sit here that watch Fox News and that sit in their fucking underwear on their lounge chairs all day going,
What I want to,
Yes,
what
I
I want to
appreciate
hear,
what you're saying.
what I want to hear is the truth.
yeah, but I'm sure it's somewhere in the middle. I'm sure he's not telling the truth. He's telling us what we want to hear. Just like CNN and Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo are telling his viewers what they want to hear. They want to hear
they're
that
not
Trump's bad. They want to hear that Joe Biden's doing great. They want to hear all these other fictional stories. I'm not saying there's not fiction on our side either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they're lying.
They ran with this, but
But it's what those people want to hear. I get it.
the whipping thing. Everybody's like, "Oh, I can't believe those horsemen were
That's
whipping
a
people."
total fabrication.
And they ran with it. And I'm not saying Tucker. He pushed against it. I saw that. I'm
well,
not saying
anybody in their right fucking mind would push against.
not
it.
if you were watching. Not if you just watch CNN and MSN.
If you look at the one photo that they went off of,
I understand what you're saying.
everybody in their right mind.
What
but the emotion, the hatred, is what draws those people to CNN.
Well, it's because that's all they have is the race stuff. But what I'm saying is that
no,
I'm not just saying Fox News is also maybe not Tucker or if you want to fucking. Oh,
I don't need Tucker to fucking know what's going on out in the fucking world.
Well, that's my point.
I can see it.
That's my point.
But he's not lying to me.
I'm not saying he's lying, but the whole station is also controlled opposition to give us our side of what we want to be
It's not
fed.
controlled opposition.
Nah,
That's just how you want to see it.
What? All right.
Because you got to put a negative connotation on everything.
I don't have to put it in. Listen, they're not telling the truth either.
They're all trying to control me. They're not. It's the truth. Why can't it just be the truth?
How do you know it's the truth? Because they tell you.
Because
it's the
I'm
truth?
smart. I'm smart. I do stuff.
It's the truth because it's what you want to hear.
It's not what I want to hear. They're not taking a picture of some guy holding a horse rein and telling me that they're whipping black people.
I understand that situation.
That's a fucking fabrication lie. I can look at that picture and discern for myself.
I understand
well,
that.
It's possible the guy whipped that guy with it, but I don't know because I don't see the whole fucking video.
All right.
And then when they showed the whole fucking video, I was able to discern the truth for myself.
I understand that. But
At least they showed the whole video. CNN didn't.
I'm not. Listen.
Right?
Yes. I'm not saying you're wrong. And I'm not saying you personally aren't smart enough to figure it out. But there's people that are older folks or younger folks that are just sitting here watching MSNBC and Fox News all day going, well, man, that Greg Gutfeld's always right. Or, man, that Jesse Waters is always right. Man, that Dan Bongino is always right. Man, Sean Hannity says all the right things. Well, yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Well, you're able to discern that. There's people that aren't able to discern
There's
that.
a
And
lot
just
of
go
shit
blind.
I disagree with Sean Hannity
Well,
on.
I'm just saying, even with Tucker.
Well, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not telling you what to do. Shut the fuck up, Sean.
What I'm saying
Fucking
is,
say what you really think about this stupid fucking vaccine. He won't do it because he's a pussy.
well, listen,
He's a pussy when it comes to that.
I-
And I can see through that
all right.
because I'm smart.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You get it. There's not everybody else that gets
I don't
it.
fucking just take what they say for fucking...
Well, nobody should. That's what I'm
Truth.
saying. You should be like, oh, well, Tucker said this, so it must be true.
Well, that's not how I see it.
I'm not saying.
I don't say.
You keep
I don't
saying-
see it as true because Tucker said it.
You keep saying you. I'm not saying you.
Yeah, I think you are.
There's a mass amount of people that only watch.
Well, let me just tell you
these
something.
Fox News.
Let me just tell you
on
something.
our side, and they're going.
If 99% of the people on this planet watch Fox News, I'd be okay with that.
Well, then they would say they're
Because
brainwashed.
99.
robots.
I don't care what they say, but because most of it is true. A lot more of it's true than on CNN.
I'm not disagreeing with you,
I'm just.
but you
telling
have to watch what you're watching, so to speak. And
I
look,
watch what I'm watching.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing here. Like, listen, we can spit out a bunch of facts and read articles
I
and
don't
stuff
even know
like
if
that.
I'm spitting out any facts.
But what we're trying to suggest is, hey, don't listen to a couple of guys having a couple of beers on a Friday night.
No,
Go-
no, you should listen to us.
No, you listen to
You
us
should,
and then
'cause
go,
we're right.
hey, I'm gonna go look into what these two guys were talking about.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Well, right now we're just talking about nothing.
We are talking about something.
We're arguing.
We're not arguing.
Well,
It's
we're
called a conversation.
Is it?
Yeah, it's called a debate. That's what this country's built on. Two guys having a beer, fucking talking about shit. That's what this is about. That's why we started this whole fucking
I'm talking
thing.
about the virus and, you know, the political stuff and stuff like that. Like, people need to research for themselves. And it's the same thing.
Absolutely.
Like, when you hear Tucker Carlson or Sean
that's why I
Hannity or
watch-
any of the other people say something, you should be like, oh, that's interesting. Let me go see if I can find something about it. And like I said before, we're the smartest.
That's fine. I agree with you.
We're the smartest dumb people, and we're just like, yeah, what he said.
I gotcha.
It's the same thing with the whole Russia collusion.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people.
You had
who-
Rachel Maddow for fucking 5, 6, 2 years.
Yeah, but I watched her a lot. And
But you were smart, and you can discern information and lies.
she couldn't convince me.
Oh, she couldn't convince you that the Arizona audits are.
Do you know why she couldn't convince me?
Why?
Because she was so fucking angry. She hated everybody and everything.
Well, it's like we said.
When I turn on Fox, I don't get the hate. I don't get it.
Yeah, well,
There isn't no hate. I mean, they bust on Joe Biden, but there isn't a vitriol and anger.
They were busting
a
on anybody.
fury
Yeah, they were busting
that
on.
CNN has for fucking Trump.
Joe Biden just happens to be the president right now, so that's why they're busting on. But they've been busting on everybody
I can see
on either side.
I can see the truth in when Antifa and BLM are burning down cities and CNN
Was it
call-
mostly peaceful?
and see I can see through that.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Tucker, everything every situation that he's stuff, but everything he's talking about is controlled opposition. What I'm saying is that there's certain situations where he's like, oh, well, I don't know. What I'm saying is they have writers. It's
I
not
got
like
you.
it's not like off the cuff.
Well, it's
like
got to
we're-
be. It's got to be prepared.
It's not like
You can't be that good and not be prepared.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but there's an agenda
I
behind.
mean, we should get a writer probably.
There's an agenda
I
behind.
could just read it off the teleprompter.
There's an agenda or note cards.
What's that say?
Maybe don't have a teleprompter.
Go fuck yourself is what it says.
But there's an agenda by the story that they're telling on Fox. While it's kind of what we want to hear. It's like, hey, baby, I love you, but
Yeah, it's not what I want to hear.
I'm not saying you.
Everybody.
You're smart enough to figure it out. There's
Yeah,
a
but
bunch of
they're not-
people that aren't willing.
No, they're saying we're going to go.
I bet you if Fox News-
Fox News isn't going, let's tell them what they want to hear.
When Fox News is like, hey, you should also go get vaccinated, I'm sure there's a bunch of people that are going to go, wow, well, Tucker Carlson told me to go get vaccinated, so I should go do it. I'm sure there'll be people to do it because he said it was okay.
I'm okay with people who believe in vaccinations. If Tucker Carlson believes that he should be, I believe he's vaccinated, or at least he says he is.
I don't know.
I don't care. Go get vaccinated. It's your own fucking choice. It's your decision. You're an American. You're free to do what you want.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. But what he rails against is
No, I'm not using. I'm just
people
saying.
forcing us to get vaccination.
Yeah.
I'm pro-vaccination. Some of the vaccines were good and they worked. I get it.
Well, if you don't get measles,
But this vaccine.
I mean, we found out that the chickenpox
disease-
vaccine has led into shingles, right? How many years later? Isn't that what that is? Chickenpox is shingles now.
Well, the virus goes dormant, and then when it reappears, it comes back as shingles. Yeah, I guess.
As you're an old woman or an old man, because
If your immune system becomes compromised, if you keep a strong, healthy immune system, you won't get shingles.
Okay.
Like anything else. But
Right.
we eat like shit, we're fat, we don't exercise, and we drink too much alcohol. So we're probably going to get shingles. Is what it is. Unless we change that.
Well, I'm not going to change some things.
But the other problem with the American people is because they're too fucking sheeple. They're too fucking lazy. We've created this class of people, or this generation of people,
Well, it's like
or this country full of people who we're not men anymore. We're not women anymore. We
I would
want
tell
the
you that-
easy way. We want to take the pill. I want to have sex, and I want to have the guy blast inside of me
I gotta go shoot one into the sink.
instead of shooting one into
You
the
get-
sink.
what do you-
and then we
you
wake
get
up in
those-
the morning and go, oh, I want to take a pill because I don't want to have this baby. It felt good last night, but nah, let me just take
You
this.
taking those gas station pills?
Whatever it is.
The Brahma Bull on the
But we
logo.
create people can be healthy and happy, but they want to do what they want to
Well,
do.
everything they want a quick fix for everything.
Yeah, and this is a free country. And if that's what you want, that's fine. But when shit starts hitting the fan and things don't go well for you, don't come crying to me. That's all. That's all I'm asking. Leave me alone.
All right.
I'll help you if you're my neighbor or something. But don't expect the government to save you from everything because you're fucking, when you jump out of a plane and your parachute don't fucking open, whose fault's that?
Oh, the guy who packed your parachute.
Yeah, it's probably you. So, I don't understand why you would jump out of a perfectly good airplane anyway, but...
Right. Yeah, I mean, getting out of the Tucker and that shit.
But I just think, going back to...
Okay.
People who were Republican at one point or once were Democrat, and their egos were so big that when they didn't get the attention they wanted, they switched parties.
Yeah, all right.
And then when you take an ex-Republican and put him on CNN, he gets all the fucking play in the world.
Yeah, well...
You take an ex-Democrat and put him on Fox, he gets all the play in the world. And I just equated that to the fucking hunchback from 300.
Yeah.
Who wanted to be a fucking Spartan.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Who wanted to give his life for the Crimson.
Yeah.
But Leonidas said, hold up your shield.
Yeah. All right.
And the poor hunchback couldn't do it.
Well, that's why I like it.
And he said, fuck you, Leonidas. I'm going to go see Xerxes. I'm going to bang a lot of hot chicks with big tits. And then I'm going to tell them how to fucking sneak in the back door on the sheep path.
Yeah, right.
And that's what these traitors are.
No, I know.
They don't get their egos.
Well, that's why I like somebody like Chris
Filled,
Christie. Like, I'm going to run for... Dude, nobody's voting for you.
Right.
Mike Pence, nobody's voting for you.
Right, so they turn on you.
Like, you could fucking... And, like, don't give these people... They don't deserve your money. So don't fall into donating to these I mean, they're all scumbags right now. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. That's the one thing Trump brought out, man. Like, all these people are assholes.
Yeah, well, he exposed a lot.
And
the one thing, listen.
And like I said before, a couple of podcasts ago, I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
I was, pay attention to who this guy's endorsing, too. I mean...
Who?
And Trump. Like, he just endorsed the person for Arizona governor. He's endorsing, Ohio. Somebody running for Senate in Ohio. He just endorsed, when he was down at the Georgia rally the other day, he just endorsed somebody down there. Like, pay attention, because if for some reason these elections come up before 2024, you never know. That's what he's telling me. Sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
I should get a bunch of signs.
But what were you saying? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I just think, once... To me, when you start censoring people and taking videos off YouTube, people trying to have honest and open conversations about... you just told me that YouTube is going to take any video down.
Yeah, that's anything against vaccines or... like anything you talk about. I mean, probably the first...
Right, so if you have an opinion on a vaccine that might be a negative or...
I mean, probably what we talked about in the first video. I mean, it's...
Yeah, that can't go on YouTube.
I mean, I'm not saying it's questionable, but it'll probably get shut down. I mean, I put up a video on my personal YouTube page of the FDA phone call. The one video blew up. The second one, I put up the second part, and they deleted it 4 seconds after. You can't put this up. I'm like, well... It's the FDA phone call. You have the first call, which I have at the time it was like 500 views. But the second one, when I put it up there, like no.
The first one's still up.
Yeah, the first one's still up. It's up to like 800 views. But
yeah,
it's on.
So,
the whole video was like 3 hours long. It's up on YouTube itself. It's just somebody recorded it and broke it down into sections.
Right.
I was like, I'm gonna put it on my channel. But
right.
They took it down. I put another thing up with Australia not being vaccinated and how it's against vaccinations and certain things, blah blah blah, and people are getting sick. And they were like, I had 2 strikes within 2 days.
Right.
And
well, to me, as an average,
they don't ban
IQ,
nonsense. Yeah.
If you can't have a conversation in this country, what are we doing?
And again, I have 6 followers.
Right.
So for me to have 6 followers and 800 plus views on a video that is an FDA approved phone call, something obviously it got shared, and I'm happy about it. But I'm also like, why did? I think on BitChute those videos they were like It's the 90 and like 80 on BitChute.
But are they afraid? What are they afraid of?
I get they're just
They afraid of the truth?
I think they're just afraid of people getting information other than what the narrative is. It's kind of like what we talked about. Like
I call that the truth.
with the India stuff, when we talked about the Indian variant when everybody was like, oh, look at the Indian. I mean, social media came out, was like, listen, we're at the square. Here's India. Everybody's fine. And then India had a spike. We got it. After everybody started getting vaccinated, India had a spike. I don't know why. I'm not going to say why. And then they started giving everybody...
Why not? Why'd they have a spike?
They started giving everybody ivermectin, and their spike went like this, and then they went down. And
Did you hear about the new...
They've been giving everybody ivermectin since then.
the
And
new
it's like,
Merck drug?
what's the new Merck drug?
It's a pill?
I did. I think I did hear this.
Yeah, so if
the
you...
pill of what?
If you get diagnosed with COVID, you get this pill and it'll reduce your symptoms and get you through it faster?
It has what in it?
I have no idea.
Some kind of...
I don't know, but...
propriety complex.
But it's-
propriety...
But it's never going to get passed. They're never going to approve it.
well, who makes it?
Merck. It's never going to
I
get
don't
through.
know. Merck... Well, Merck might be like... That's what I'm saying. Like, Merck
It's
might
not
be
a vaccine. It's
Merck might
treatment.
be a subsidiary... Well, there's... But... My...
You can't have a treatment because then they're going to...
You can have a treatment.
But then you can say...
you don't need the vaccines.
Yeah.
Well, you don't need the vaccines now
Oh,
because
careful.
you don't need said now because there's technically therapeutics that can help you through the situation.
Right.
But yet you can't
right,
hear
fine.
it when people like Joe Rogan talk out about it, or Dr. Shiva talks about it. Like all these people with hundreds of thousands of listeners and millions of downloads on their shows every week, you can't hear about it, you can't know about it, but people know about it. But when other people like us are talking, hey, did you hear the, we're trying to put it out there. Like I said, we're just putting information out that we've read across the course of the week because we do a weekly show and we put it out and people choose. We're not medical information. I'm not saying I'm not.
No, we're medical misinformation.
Well, that's what we have been told. But people need to go and look into the situation of, hey.
There you go with the
I
situation.
know. I keep on. When I start saying it, I'm like, I'm too far.
Situation Sanders.
When I start saying it, but when people
far.
start going into it, and
It's okay. There's
they
a
need to
huge
start
pile of dead
researching,
bodies down here that cushion my fall.
researching and doing the stuff for themselves, and it's not that hard. The information's out there. Listen. There's other browsers, maybe not Chrome, or maybe not Google, but there's DuckDuckGo, there's Brave, there's other browsers out there, Bing. You know what I mean? Start looking on these other browsers to find other information because
Right.
what you might find on Google may not be what you're going to find on DuckDuckGo or Bing or Brave browsers because they're suppressing the information. And whether
Right.
you believe it or not, it's the fact.
Look, I look at a lot of stuff, and it's from both sides, and I have to go through it and discern which is real and which is Memorex.
Yeah.
So, but I do know that anything that infringes on my rights, I'm going to have a problem with,
Well, we all should. And it's
whether it's truth or not.
And we all should, and it's when are you gonna like? Where's your not you? I know where
Well, you keep saying that.
I know where your line in the sand is drawn at. You're not gonna keep backing up to the wall and go, well, I'm gonna start pushing back now once I'm in the corner.
Right, I'm not getting back.
But there's a
into
lot of
the
people that are like, well, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Like, when are you gonna be there? When they're choking out your family members because they're not wearing a mask in the street because they were on the lake having some sunshine?
Yeah,
You know?
right.
Like that's what they're doing in Australia. You know what I mean? Like you can't enjoy the sunset. Wait, what? What?
It's out of control, man.
You know what I mean? Like I can't go out for the
Well, see,
sunset.
I got a problem with that too.
No, I'm not, that's what I'm saying. Like where is?
But I wasn't going to get that. I mean, I didn't get that information anywhere
No, yeah, I gotcha.
except for Tucker Carlson.
Well, I saw it because on social media, and it's exactly what I said. Like social media is the downfall of of the reason why people are informed now. Like we see, and again, probably Tucker's getting those things off of social media and stuff like too. I see a lot of videos and
But why doesn't CNN?
because it doesn't fit their narrative of hey,
Yeah, but-
you can't have people fighting back and I mean, I have to send it. Did you see the ad that they ran against Ron DeSantis?
Yeah, I did. It was awesome.
Like, what are you talking about? No, I know.
All right.
But, like, seems pretty pro DeSantis. Like,
Damn it. I dropped my phone in the toilet.
I know.
No, we're not going to do it.
You didn't do it?
I'm not going to do it. All right, we're going to leave on this note. You ready?
Yep.
It's okay to be American.
I have something to tell you.
Thanks, everybody.
Not quite sure.
All right, I was going to do a song out of here, but I'm going to run out
I
of
don't think
time.
you have enough time.
We were at the beach. Everybody had matching towels. Somebody went under a dock, and there they saw a rock. But it wasn't a rock. It was a rock lobster. Rock lobster.
All right, everybody.
This guy.
I know. What can I tell you? All right, we'll catch you on the next episode. It was great talking to you. Hopefully, I'll get rid of this chest cold.
Follow, like, and subscribe. Thank you.
It's okay to be American.
You already said that.
I did. Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Orange Man out.